Hello, it's me, David Verner with Bunny Boots Inc., and I am live streaming because High Desert Community Cop Watch slash block has been, one of the members has been arrested. I'm currently live streaming here with his son, Felipe's son, Elijah. Felipe is the one that was arrested. And Elijah, why don't you go ahead and give us a rundown on what exactly happened that night as I sort of make sure everything's going with the live stream. I'm still working out a lot of kinks here, so why don't you go ahead and take it?
Okay, me and my dad started a community watch, cop watch chapter a while back, and we've been having a lot of interactions lately. Well, last night we came upon a stop, and we decided to videotape it. In the middle of videotaping, one of the cops didn't appreciate us. But none of the cops really liked us. They spotlighted us and tried harassing us and tried playing intimidation games, and we didn't take for it. So when things got down to it, we were getting nowhere. Like, we were trying to film the stop, and then we were trying to deal with the other cop, and it's like we just decided, hey, we're getting nowhere. It's best to leave. So on the way we were leaving, we knew that they were following us. So when we left, the officer was on the other side of the main street. We can see him coming behind us. So what we did is we pulled over, put the car in park, and what we did is we took the keys out and we got out and we filmed him before he could even pull us over. So when we up, he turns on his lights. So clearly showing that he didn't even pull us over. He didn't even have a right to search us or anything. He technically didn't even catch us, in a sense. When he first pulled us over, he said my dad had this and he didn't use a turning signal. That was the main reason he pulled them over. Well, now going through the reports, they don't have nothing about a turning signal even on the report. They said something about obstructing or something. But when I asked them last night, they would not release any information to me. They wouldn't even tell me why he was being arrested. They told me it was something to this, and oh, the car smells like marijuana, we're going to do this, and we're going to get him for DUI. And they told me a lot of things, and they never came through with any of them. Like, I still don't even know what his charges are. Yeah, I found out, they got him for a lead stick or something like that. But other than that, I was released no information.
So, give me a sec here. I accidentally muted you. So they, so can you tell us do they have the official charges out yet?
Yeah, they have the official charges out yet. What it is, he got one for obstructing, and then he's got another one for a lead stick. That's what they have on there. I think it's something to the effect of a baton or something. They didn't give me the full detail.
Okay, so they got some. I remember. Okay, I watched the video, and they pulled out something. Can you maybe describe what led up to them finding it? How did they come across this thing? Because from what I understand, it happened when they were searching the car.
Yeah, I told them they didn't have the right to search the car, and then they proceeded to tell me that it was their property. So all-minded, they started checking it. Well, I guess that we go camping and we have a trailer. So what we do is we carry around that stick, hit the tires, make sure that the tires are all good. It was underneath my dad's seat where we didn't even know it was there. We vacuumed and cleaned out our car. They found it and they said, oh, what's this? And they said, it's a collapsible baton. And I was like, a collapsible baton? What's that? And when he showed me, I was like, I don't know what that is because I don't know what a collapsible baton is. Like, he was telling me, we have an insane weapon. It's like, it was just a stick. Like, that's what they even put on the report. It's just a lead stick. Like, they didn't put a deadly weapon or a police baton. It's just a lead stick.
Okay, so that's interesting. So we got the two videos on your thing, and so you're still in the process of putting together videos for uploading, correct?
Yes, I'm in the process. We had over a dozen videos of showing the cops where they're passing by us, where he's spotlighting us, and where they're following us. We have the actual dash cam footage. it's taken me a while because it's so much to process, and I'm going through some processes and trying to figure out my dad. Our car was towed, so I'm trying to get that out of tow. So I'm trying to figure all these things out, but I'm going to have the video up at least by tonight, and so the viewers could see the real raw evidence. Everything I put out, I don't edit, I don't clip out anything. When I post it, like in my video, people get mad saying this, you're not calm, this. I put out the real footage. I don't have nothing to hide. I want to put out the real story. And I want the viewers to be able to see that.
Yeah, and I understand on that. Everybody has their own unique way of doing their channels, doing their videos, and all that stuff. So, what about when they did the pullover? They said that they ran the plates and it came up with a person that had a suspended license. That the owner, supposedly the owner of the vehicle, had a suspended license. Correct?
Yeah, I guess when before, what it is a family relative sold us the car, and what it is in their name while we get it processed over to our name. So he ran the plate name, and then that's how he thought he was going to identify us. So when he pulled us over, he thought that we were the person on the license plate. But then when coming to realization, that's why if you see in the beginning of the video, he was speechless because he kind of caught himself in his own lie, you know?
Yeah, and at some point, I can't remember the exact moment within the video, that your father there actually handed over his driver's license.
Yes, yeah. My dad, I can't speak on his half, but he decided to give him the driver's license. Like, they wanted to push the issue. He wanted to show, and I guess they still arrested him. They still wanted to do whatever they wanted to. In my eyes, he should have never been arrested. He was pointing his finger, but even some of my close friends and people on the internet are saying that he was nowhere even close to being in danger and to be arrested. Like,
Well,
he was just trying to get his point across, just like they do. And it's like, they have guns, they have tasers. Like, they shouldn't be afraid of a finger. Like, I would understand if it was in a threatening manner, but we're trying to express our First Amendment right. He even says in the video that we're in public. So now that the fact that he wants to arrest us for expressing our freedom of speech in public, that's a violation of our rights.
well, and this actually brings up a very interesting point, and I'm not sure if you're familiar with the recent district court case that happened over in, I think it was the Third Circuit, over in the Philadelphia area, if I remember correctly, where a judge actually said it's not a First Amendment right to film cops unless you actually are talking or yelling insults or something like that. They actually laid out within the briefing, within his brief, saying that yelling insults or doing anything like that at the cops then justifies filming at the police because it's now for a First Amendment free speech issue kind of thing, which is a really interesting thing on that part.
Yeah.
I still haven't had a chance to completely fully read through that. But wait,
Yes.
didn't you guys were the guys that had a cop that tried to use that legal thing against you?
Yes, we did. He tried mentioning that law and telling us, he basically told me to disappear, and he told me I was going to be arrested for doing what I was doing. I had heard about the law. I didn't take much interest into it because I knew that it was in the 3rd District. So when he's quoting me that law, we then told him we're going to stand on the Constitution of the United States because we know that our laws and where we stand is where we're legal. And even if he did say that, even if that law was bound, I had to be at the top of my voice. I'm not very projective. I was at the top of my voice to even hear him on the side of that main street and where cars were going by. He can't say I wasn't justified for filming him. I was on the public sidewalk, and he just didn't like it. And we're doing we did a complaint on him, and we're actually going through a legal process with that officer as well. There was a video after, it's actually that same night, where a cop told us that he spotlighted us, told my dad to get his hands out of his pockets, and my dad got searched, and this, and we ended up leaving, and we ended up filing a complaint against that officer as well. But we have to believe that they're the same officer, you know?
Was this,
But
and this was, all of this happened in Apple Valley, or is it just all
no,
in general?
where the officer claimed that was in Victorville.
Okay, Victorville, which is literally next door to Apple Valley, and I'll
Literally next
bring
to
up.
door Apple Valley.
Yeah, and I'm actually getting ready to go ahead, and I'm gonna bring up a quick shot here of the area on. Let's see here, on the live stream for those of you who are tuning in right now. Let's see, make sure I got the right thing here, and yeah, I can see what I'm using for broadcasting. But yeah, here's Victorville, and then there's Apple Valley right next to it, kind of thing. Those are really close into each other, literally right next door. If you click on Apple Valley here, there's the border, here's Victorville. And this is all within the greater San Bernardino County for California. So, and all that stuff. So that was in Victorville. So do you think the same officers were a part of the sheriff's department, or within each respective town's police departments?
Honestly, I think they had no ties to do with each other. I think the departments are separate because when we did the request form to find out the officer's information and to make a complaint against him, anything that happens in Apple Valley, that's in Apple Valley's area. Like, Victorville can't imply with that. So I think we have different officers. I know the sheriffs are all one big community, but I know they were definitely all Apple Valley cops because I've actually have videos of us doing a stop before my dad was arrested a while back. I think it was like during the daytime, right during the middle of the night, he was doing a crash. Somebody crashed their car and then left it there, and I filmed that, and he didn't have a problem, but as soon as we got to the second one, he did not appreciate it at all. But they don't have no ties together, I don't think. I think Apple Valley is entitled for Apple Valley. Like, they don't have nothing to do with Victorville.
All right, and next up, I'm going to go ahead and play up one of the videos that you have up, the short one real fast for the people that are tuning in, where you get to see... Sorry, here, I'm working multiple windows. I'm a one-man operation here, people. So, gonna load up this video real fast. Where you were filming the officer that was following you around before they pulled. Well, this one I think it was that pulled you over, or was it a different one?
Yes, it was that same cop that pulled me over. They had noticed where we were parked, and he went to basically surveillance our car. When I walked up, I was in the middle of changing my camera, the batteries, but he was by our vehicle, looking into our vehicle, trying to find reasonable suspicion to search the vehicle. But when I started videotaping, that's when he noticed he turned on his spotlights, and he left because he realized that I had caught on to what he was doing.
All right, well, I'm going to play it right now for everybody, so...
Spotted him trying to chill, so we're going to flash him a little bit, show him what it's about.
And then there he lights up the spotlight, turns it on you. And backs
Can
up.
you repeat that?
He turned on the spotlight there. We just passed that part, and he's got that spotlight right on you. After you just did that flash. And he's just keeping it right on you as you move. I can tell because you can every now and then see the reflection off the lens. I'm going to stop it right there. I'll definitely have the links for that in this video when the live stream finishes. So if you're watching this after the live stream has happened, I'll definitely have the links to the two videos that we're going to do a quick looks at. So there we go. But yeah, as right now we got my VCR still works in the chat. He says, "Damn, that's effed up." And yes, it is truly effed up due to the fact that despite them, despite the fact that he had a license proving that he had a valid license and all that stuff, they still arrest him. They still search the car. I see there's definitely a lot wrong with this case, for the most part, on what the officers did and conducted. Um, we're still doing the call in and all that stuff a little bit later on. Why don't you go ahead and you have the phone numbers for the the police department and the jail there, that where your dad's being held at?
I have the jail number if you want that.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and tell that to everyone, so this way we can make sure that
It,
other people can get in and start calling and all that stuff. I'm actually going to do a live stream call to at least the jailhouse, maybe the police department too, on top of that, if I can find their phone number.
okay, it's at the High Desert Jail for the San Bernardino County up here in the High Desert. The number is 760-530-9300.
Okay, yeah, and so High Desert Jail, people. It's in the San Bernardino County, California, and phone number, as he said, was 760-530-9300. I'm going to make sure to put that in the description of the video and all that stuff when I get done with the live stream, so this way you guys can make that phone call. If I dig up, while I'm also at the same time looking for the Apple County, well, Apple City Police Department there, I'll put that there too. Also, keep in mind, California is technically a two-party state, but public officials don't have an expectation of privacy for when it comes to wiretap laws. So I don't really give a crap on this part when I'm doing the live stream recording and all that stuff. So making sure you guys have a heads up on that part. If any of you make the phone call and record it or whatever and post it on YouTube, if you end up, let me know. I'll help you out as best as I can and all that stuff. But most likely they're going to come after me, hopefully, because I'm the big guy doing it right now. But is there anything you want to add before hopping off? Because I know you still got a lot of work to do with the videos and all that stuff, Elijah.
I want to say one thing about people on YouTube that are discussing my videos. If you guys, what we're out here to do is we're out here for our First Amendment, our right to record everything that happens and what the public officials do. People say, oh, you should have been calm and you should have been this. There was things that was said that you can clearly hear, and if you can't, they're personal to me. He brought up many things that offended me, and just the way somebody mentioned, I basically got to watch my dad being kidnapped in front of me, and there was nothing I could really do. Like, I was forced to be put on the street with all this stuff from the car. Like, they had no reason to do what they did to me, and honestly, I felt violated, and some people were talking smack on me and telling me, oh, you need to teach yourself manners. And when people get put in the predicament and put in the situation, people act different. And I don't want nobody to look down on me for what I said. I really don't honestly care, because I know that what I was justifiable for what I was saying. But I just want people to understand where my point of view is coming from. I'm out here to do this for everybody. Like, somebody told me on YouTube, they said this and that about me, and they're talking smack about me. And I told them, I'm doing this for the simple fact, all the comments are welcome. If you have a bad comment, put it there. I'm glad that you commented. I'm glad that you watched it. Even if you put a dislike, I'm glad that you disliked it. I'm glad somebody else in the world saw what's happening. And, but other than that, I don't have nothing to say. Thank you, Bunny Boots. Thank you to everybody that's been so helpful. And I get gasped sometimes because you guys are helping me way more than I thought I would ever be helped. And I'm thankful for you guys.
Well, I want to make sure, I get protection because of the fact that I'm so large. I know other channels like Brett Sanders and the Boteau side, they get protection because a lot of people watch them. They're some of the bigger names. Tom Zebra, Daniel Solomon there. He's a big channel. People support him. I've supported him in the past also when I can. I want to make sure these smaller channels like yours has that chance where you have that protection when you got something hemmed up. It's the best thing I can do right now since I'm not really actively on the front lines doing the filming, so I'm going to do the best thing I can as a support guy for right now until I can get back out there and do more filming and all that stuff.
But thank you. Thank you
Yeah.
very much.
All right, so I will let you go, and we're going to go ahead and move on, and I'll talk to you later, Elijah. So, yes, I'm hanging up on you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, now I have my call line freed up. Yes, no problem. Time to stand. Try my best to help when I can. uh, hey, Filipe Hemming. Yes, we must stand together as best as we can. And not to mention also, that's not Filipe that is arrested that's in the chat there. And no, I don't have the ability to do put the chat in the live stream yet. I'm still working on that issue as is. But now is time to get ready to make this phone call here. Oh, and I'll also do a quick shout out to all the people that did a quick a call and notice and all that stuff. Time to Stand did one, and News Now Houston also did a quick shout out videos with saying, "Hey, yo, Filipe Hernandez with the High Desert Community Cop Watch there has been arrested." It was actually part of the reason why I got a heads up on this part was because those two messaged me and said, "Hey, yo, this happened," and I'm like, just woke up, and I'm like, what's going on? And look, and I'm like, oh crap! So I've rushed to once more to get this live stream up and going. So now we're gonna go ahead. I need to find my tab here with the phone call thing. And we're going to make a phone call into at least the jail, and then we're going to do a quick look around for all that other stuff. So, give me a sec here. Close all these other windows. I still got to improve on the formatting here, so... But yeah, this is pretty much what live streaming looks like when it comes to doing all this. Ah, there we go. I need to center this. This is not center at all. Sorry, people. I wish I had this. Oops, and I need to fit the screen. Should have noticed that in the first place earlier. So you probably were watching just a part of a portion of the video. Hopefully most of it showed up in it. So let's go ahead and make this phone call.
High Desert Detention Center, how may I help you?
Yes, I was wondering, is there a Filipe Hernandez currently in custody?
Yes, there is.
Are you able to give off the charges that he's being held on?
Yes, give me 1 second to look him up. Give me.
Now, what's interesting with this background music, everybody has this hold music, same hold music everywhere that I call into. I'm not sure if it's like royalty free or what's the deal with it, or it's just one company that sells the same song to everyone. Do 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 do. I suck at singing.
Okay, looks like he was brought in here for obstructing a public officer, manufacturing or having possession of a leaded cane, and driving without a license.
Okay, and has there been a bail set?
His bail is set at 10,000.
At 10,000? Wow.
Yes.
All right. When is he set to see the judge? Are you able to give that out also?
He's not set to see a judge. His case right now is a not file, so the DA hasn't even picked up the charges yet. So if the DA decides to, they have until the 8th to pick up the charges. If they don't pick him up, then he'll just be released. If they pick him up on the 8th, they'll set him up with an actual court date.
Okay, got it. Thank you very much for that information.
No problem. Thank you.
So they added on one new charge, it looks like, since anybody's really checked in on that part, which is quite surprising on that part. Trying to pull up my chat here. And okay, what's a leaded cane? I'm not exactly sure what is the law with the leaded cane kind of thing, because I'm guessing it's some sort of metallic cane. Someone's gonna have to look up the law on that stuff for looking for getting that information. But pretty much what we find out is the fact that after they pulled Hernandez over, they arrested him for driving without a license, even though he showed them there was a valid license. He literally handed it to him. They put him in handcuffs, put him in the back of the car. They went and searched the vehicle, and I'm actually going to go over part of his video here real fast. So we find out which one it is. And I'll try to find the spot real fast for the leaded cane here. Let me make sure I got the right window on here. Oh, so I gotta fit this to screen pretty much every single time. Got it.
Bro. Turning around, I have you on video. You're right now. You guys are corrupt, bro. You guys are corrupt.
Wow, this is incredibly quiet. Why is this really quiet? Give me a minute to fix this. Ah, that's what happened. For some reason, my audio mixer loves to mess with me for no apparent reason. It just turned down Google really, really low. So it might have been related to the phone call, so. Okay. Okay. I think this was right around the point they found it. Trying to find the spot.
So you no longer have access to this vehicle and you just get that. My vehicle. You just get that. You want to interfere? With my own name. If you operate my own vehicle, it's in my name. Yes, it is. I'm a particular of this vehicle. I'm part of this. You know what sovereign citizen is? What's your name? You know what sovereign citizen is? Don't my name.
Wait, oh, I just did.
I'm part of this. You know what sovereign citizen is? What's your name? You know what sovereign citizen is? You're not just supposed to go for it. Go ahead. You guys can't turn this off. This is going to film. You're going to try to break the phone. Go ahead.
I'm not sure if he said sovereign citizen is, or I'm not sure. I couldn't really tell. Thought that was the officer saying something like that at first. Ah, here it is.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's collapsible baton.
So here they call the leaded pipe a collapsible baton. So I'm not exactly sure where they're getting at, because it sounds like to me it's just some piece of metal piping or something like that that could be used or to bang on stuff, as he was saying. And a lot of stuff can be construed as weapons for the most part. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the Apple site. Also, let me check the chat room here. No problem. So they're saying it's a police baton. Well, there's no video of the specific item itself right now currently available, so I can't really give. All I know is the police call it a police baton. The charges are calling it a leaded pipe or a leaded stick of some sort or something like that, and we just don't know the exact legalities of that stuff, and that's going to take someone probably to look into. If I had the time, I would be looking into it myself on that part. But let's go ahead. So Apple Valley Police Department. Okay, let's go ahead and make sure I got this pulled up here. So this is the Apple Valley Police Department. They're actually got two, one within the town of Apple Valley here, which doesn't really have much information. And then they also have a site thing underneath the San Bernardino's Sheriff's Department page here. And so let us go ahead and make a phone call to them. I think they might be in, hopefully. Their phone number is 760-240-7400, according to the website, which sounds pretty close to the other phone number we called. So let's go ahead. I'm going to copy paste this into our call thing. Okay. Now let's see if I can actually get this right before, well, if it works beforehand. Uh-oh. Oops, hit the wrong button here. I think I broke my live stream software. Oh, there we go. Fix it. Fit the screen. Alright. Let's call and ask about their policies.
You've reached the Apple Valley Police Station. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If this is a non-emergency and you need deputy assistance or to report a crime, press 1. Our business hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. If you know your party's 4-digit extension, you may dial it now. Please listen to the following options to help you connect with the right person and expedite your call. If you do not hear the option which best suits your needs, you may press 0 for operator assistance at any time. For highway conditions, press 2. To check the status of a report, questions about live scan, or to leave a message for a deputy, press 3. To make an appointment to register as a narcotics, arson, or sex offender, press 4. For the Detective Division, Gang Unit, Juvenile Officer, or Theft Retail Officer, press 5. To contact Media Relations, the Property or Evidence Officer, or for Crime-Free Multi-Housing Assistance, press 6. For the administrative staff, press 7. For code enforcement, press 8. For all other inquiries, press 0. You've reached the Apple Valley.
Pressing 0. Hello?
Sheriff's Department, this is Katie. How can I help you?
Yes, I was wanting to get the policy for, what is your police department's policy on people filming the police within your area?
I'm sorry, if they're stealing what?
Filming the police. What is your, department's policy on that?
Okay, there's really no policy on it.
So following people around after they finished filming the police is not standard protocol or anything like that? There's anything like that?
I'm a little bit confused on what your question is.
What's going on is I'm calling about an individual that was arrested last night. He was pulled over, filmed the officers for a short time, and then as they were leaving, one of the officers followed them around, and then they stopped, filmed him, and then when they went to leave, the officer pulled them over. Is that standard protocol?
I don't know. I can have someone contact you if you'd like. This is dispatch. We wouldn't have that information.
All right. Well, I'll give a call back here in a little bit with the contact information so I can get a better inquiry then. I'll leave a message then.
Well, it's for you, isn't it?
Huh?
You're the one asking, right?
Yeah, I'm the one asking. I'll call back a little bit later. Right now,
So
I'm
I would
actually.
just need your contact information.
I'll call back and give you an email and contact information. Right now, I'm currently live streaming my phone
We
call.
wouldn't take an email. I can have somebody contact you by phone or go to your address.
All right. Well, I'll give you a call back. As I said, right now I'm live streaming, so I don't want to give my phone number out to a bunch of people online. So.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I wonder, since I said that, how that's gonna go. Will they continue to take phone calls after that point? It is a good question, actually. I'm gonna give a chat a second here to catch up to where I just said that. So, but I'm gonna call them back and leave a phone number to get more information on that part. I don't really have anything else to put out on that. If you guys want to add anything, we've been live streaming for approximately 38 minutes, so. And I know the chat, well, from when I say something to when you guys hear it can take anywhere between 60 seconds to 2 minutes. High Desert is, well, I can give you a quick thing. I actually have it pulled up here. Let me get the right screen selected for this. Okay. Excellent. Okay, and let me just fit this to screen. The High Desert prison facility is located right here. Oh, it's actually got some reviews. I wonder about that. As you can see, there's Victorville and there's Apple Valley. So where the arrest happened was over here, and they transported him all the way over here. This is where I guess I'm not sure if this is the detention facility for the entire San Bernardino County area. There could be others too, because San Bernardino County is actually a decently sized county for the most part. Still not as big as the Matsu Borough up here in Alaska, which is the size of a state, a very small state. But nonetheless, but that's where it's at. Also, there is a phone number right there too, which I'll have phone numbers posted in the link, well, in the description when this goes from being a live stream to an actual video. Yeah, High Desert is actually a father-son team. The father was arrested. The charges are, as restating what they said from the when I called out the jail, is driving without a license, interfering with a public duty, a public official's duty or something like that, public duty, and having or having possession and or creating a lead pipe or something like that, or lead weapon. Um, right now, he's being held on $10,000 bond. It's unknown if the DA will pick up the case. The earliest we can see him possibly being released without bond is going to be on Tuesday. So, let's see here. Today's the 5th. Tuesday is the 8th, March 8th. Paid official personal accountability. Yeah, and actually, if I heard correctly, Daniel Solomon just Tom, also known as the Tom Zebra channel, he actually released a video where he was doing his testimony, where apparently he was supposedly arrested without charges or whatever, and I guess they're trying to say that he was interfering with a public official's duty or public duty. And there's actually a case over in Texas where a cop blocker was arrested under similar charges for open carrying a black powder pistol and refusing to put it away while he was filming the police. Yeah. So I was just looking at the size. It is pretty. It is definitely a large size, but yeah, Alaska burrows definitely outsize many of the mini states down there, kind of thing. So, but as is, I don't really have anything else to go with for right now. I am still working on getting the live stream stuff fine tuned and all that stuff. I was hoping to actually have an interview going this week, but that didn't work out. Well, not necessarily. We did interview Elija, Filipe Hernandez's son there, who was with him when he got arrested. Got an interesting thing. I have to say I'm glad that we do have youth that are taking an interest in this. This is actually the second time I've talked with a youth that was interested in filming police and filming government officials. But as is this is a very sort of high risk kind of thing, and I want to make sure that those that are getting out there and involved in all this stuff will be able to have some sort of protection. That's why I'm doing these live stream phone calls and stuff like that to make sure, hey, I have your back. If I can help out, I can do the best what I can from where I'm at. I am way outside the continental United States, so I can't really do much from where I'm at. I'm also limited on what I can do for filming and all that stuff. For currently, I'm still looking at going to do some relocating. I'm not sure exact location described yet, kind of thing. But hopefully if that works out, we'll be able to do some more on the spot helping out with people that are close to where I end up relocating at. And yes, and Time to Stand has been out there with them. They've done some collaborative videos together where they've gone and filmed. They did a First Amendment test. If I remember correctly, were you guys at Time to Stand? Didn't you guys end up going and filming that National Guard like armory or something like that? And they had a sign saying you couldn't photograph it or film it or something like that. I'll give this about 180 seconds catch up so that way you can have a chance to respond, kind of thing. And actually quite surprising, I have 23 people tuned in at the moment, so yeah, so it was yeah, I'll have a link to Time to Sam's channel also on top of that, because he helped notify me, and also News Now Houston's notification videos. I'll do a direct link for those in the thing. I don't really have anything else, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. We've been live streaming for about 45 minutes. It'll take a little bit of time for the video to process, the live stream to process into a video, and then it'll be pushed out publicly for the most part if it doesn't automatically go out publicly. YouTube's a little bit iffy on that kind of stuff. But yes. Yeah, that was Daniel Solomon, or aka Tom Zebra, with that. He's going to be doing a YouTube series with about the photographer, about him being awarded $112,000, from what I understand. But I'm going to sign off, guys, and make the phone calls if you can, and apply some pressure or whatever where you think you can.